Hey Nicole, how you doing? Great job. This is handled perfectly. Interested in your written rationale as well. Took me quite a while to extract the selections from the backgrounds, especially the lower portion of the break. Mix between quick sort. That's awesome. This is great. You're really doing a great job here. And the way that you're describing things, this is how it's done. It's perfect. I noticed some of the images has shadows. I'm going to show you that in 1 second. But yeah, I'm really pleased with what you're doing. I think just based on your writing and what you're submitting, you're really spending some time here and getting this. This is perfect. This is exactly how it's done. Everything is done with layer masks. So you're putting the image in the file, masking out what you don't want, thereby keeping it completely editable. I want to address one thing here. Now, you talk about the shadows, okay? So you have the watering can. Let me just command click that. And I noticed that you have your layers are all locked. So in order to find a layer in Photoshop, in other words, I mean, you know where your layers are, but I couldn't find that layer because in order to find a layer, you just take your move tool right here and you select that and then you place it right over the image and you command click and it'll show you where that layer is. So with those locked, you can't do that. So I had to unlock those. So we have your watering can and you're wondering how to get rid of that shadow. Well, it's really easy. Let me show you something. Let's zoom in here. Okay. Now remember this. Okay. What we're going to do is this. I'm on the watering can layer. I'm going to take a new fill or adjustment layer and I'm just going to go to levels. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, if I don't clip this levels adjustment layer to the watering can, it's going to affect everything below it. So I'm just going to right click that, create clipping mask, okay? Let me get rid of that. Then I'm going to open up my levels. I'm going to bring it right, where are my levels? Are right here. Okay, in the levels adjustment layer, and since it's clipped, I can just lighten that up. Distracting, or getting rid of that distracting shadow, and I'm good to go. Right? So if I go ahead and see now how much lighter it is, now you can see how dark it is, see how light it is. And if you don't like it, of course, you can readjust it or you can remove it, whatever you want. You can do the same thing with your, excuse me, with your wheelbarrow. You can do the same thing with your rake. The wheelbarrow will be a little different because you're going to have to select this, this guy right here. Okay, and then what I would do right there is with that selection, I would create a new layer out of that selection. Okay, so now that layer is just what I created. So then what I would do is take a levels adjustment layer there, clip it to that layer, and then you can see this will only affect the wheel. See how it's making the wheel much lighter so it's not as dark as it was? And that's a great technique for you, especially in some of these darker images within your file. All right, great job, excellent. Any questions? Give me a holler. Thank you.